Just give me 1 second.
Yep, I see it.
All right.
All right, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
With the Hebrew Israelites, GMS Louisiana Saints, the Lafayette Camp, back at you with another live lesson. But before we go any further, we're going to face the east and give infinite honors and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Arakakwadash. Double honors to the Apostle Great Millstone, who rule well and teach well and are worthy of the double honors. Peace and blessing to you, Akim, pushing this truth across the four corners during these last 6 of time. Scoot over a little bit out. Yeah, so Lord willing, all right, this message be edifying. Me and the brother were going into it, all right, basically pertaining to the topic of, all right, the end of vainglory and the beginning of true leadership. Because the Most High, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, all right, whom the world ignorantly calls God and whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, they're set out to restore the true leadership from the foundations of the beginning, man. And there's nothing that we could have done, all right, to get in the way of that. But ultimately, the Most High is showing forth through His Spirit who the true men of the Lord are, and ultimately what our true intentions are, and the race that we're running. All right, got you. Right? This is 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse. Let's see. All right, 1 Corinthians Salakia 9 and 25. And every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible.
That's right, man. So the scripture says that a prudent man. Read it one more time, Brother Bashar.
All right, 1 Corinthians 9 and 25. See how this goes. It says, and every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things.
That's right, the mastery of this truth.
You got it. Keep speaking.
The mastery of this truth, man. All right. The perfect works, man. All right.
We good.
All
Just
right.
checking audio, Akim. You got it, brother. 1 Corinthians 9 and 25. And every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. Now they, notice the difference, the distinguishing. It says, now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown,
right,
but we an incorruptible.
That's right. So the Lord is drawing a line and saying, look, you have men that's out there that's what? Going to do it, all right, for vainglory, man. All right, and then you have men that's doing it, all right, for being in meek and humbleness, all right, doing it for, that righteous crown, man. All right. The scripture says, be as newborn babes, it's pretty much putting off that spirit of the world, man. All right, making it all about me, making yourself an idol pretty much, like these rappers and these entertainers, all right, different things like that, people of the world, man, all right?
Right. I got that word temperate for you. The Strong's
G 1467. Ekatuamai.
Right, because it said that those that strive for the master will be temperate, right? It's that word temperate. It says to be self-controlled, to be continent, to exhibit self-government, to conduct oneself temperately. In a figure, it says, in a figure drawn from athletes who, in preparing themselves for the games, abstain from unwholesome food, wine, and sexual indulgence.
That's right, man. So pretty much putting off the philosophies of the world, man. All right, and putting on godliness, man. All right, putting on
9 and 25. Yeah, but I was just taking
right. So pretty much putting on the godliness, man. All right, the things that pertain to these scriptures, man. All right, the meek, the lonely, the humble. All right, caring and giving, man. All right, that's the ways of the scriptures, man. All right, that's the ways of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, where the world, it's envy and hate and greed. All right, it's all for me. All for one. All right, not one for all, man. All right.
Hey, that's why the scriptures tell you this, just backing you up, because we have to be self-controlled, meaning what? We have to have a balance. You can't just be too much, just like they say, what's that saying? They say, too much of anything is not good for you, right? But ultimately, we know that certain things on this side, you're not going to be able to fully indulge in, man. You have to have a balance, man. All right? You have to have some discretion and some guidance about yourself. Otherwise, you're just walking around like a bull in the net, like one of the ones you like, huh? One of your scriptures. It's 1 Corinthians 6:12. It says, all things are lawful unto me, but all things are not expedient. All things are lawful for me, but I will not be brought under the power of any. You got it, bro.
All right, so all things are lawful. All right, but I won't be brought under the. Bring out that last part
It's
again.
1 Corinthians 6:12. All things are lawful unto me, but all things are not expedient.
Yeah, so all things are not expedient, man. This the lifestyle of this world and indulging in the pleasure of this world is not expedient because everything is tainted, man.
Right. It's
All
not gonna
right,
get you nowhere,
it's
man.
not gonna get you nowhere. Exactly. That's right.
That's right. It's that word expedient, and it reads, it says expedient, expedient. It says to carry with others, to collect or contribute in order to help. And here's the point: it says to help, to be profitable. To be profitable, man. Profitable means what? It brings forth what? Exactly, brother.
Right.
You got it, brother. Mm-hmm.
Right. So it brings forth fruit, man. Good fruit, man. All right. Corruptible. Basically, this world is, that corruptible tree that's bringing forth those fruit, man. All right. But what the scriptures, all right, is that tree that's bringing forth that, the fruit of righteousness, man.
Right.
All right.
And the scriptures are ultimately what is profitable, man.
Right.
It's backing the brother up. It's exactly what you said. 2 Timothy 3:16, it says, all scripture is given by inspiration of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai,
Right.
and is profitable, for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness.
That's right, man. So all scriptures are given for correction and how to guide yourself, man, within this world. All right, how to guide yourself, and being in the path of Yahweh Shemi Awashai, man. All right, as it said, correction, reproof, different things like that, man. This is the guide, man. This is the guide to life, man. This is our instruction manual to life.
Right. This is what the scriptures is what makes us temperate. Right. Makes us self-controlled. Because when you go out in a world that's totally against you, when you go out in a society that has snares on every corner, all right, and traps, and they're constantly trying to reel you in, that's why the scriptures say what? Be sober, be vigilant, because your devil, all right, walks around about seeking whom he may devour. He's not going to actually try to physically jump on you and bite your head off. He's going to do it through his philosophy. He's going to do it through his alphabet crew. He's going to do it through his politics. He's going to do it through his government, his military, man. All right, and it's that word. Just wanted to expound on it a little bit more. That word profitable is going into the same thing as what we brought out earlier about that temperance. All right, it says profitable. It says helpful or serviceable, advantageous. You see, so the Most High puts his prophets on game, man. Prophets profitable,
Right.
So the Most High, before anything is said, all right, before anything goes out or pronounced, the Lord's going to let us know, man, so we can go and tell the people. That's how the Lord works in order. You got it,
like the brother said. The word there is profitable, man. All right, it's profitable. It's profitable for you to be able to have this knowledge and understanding, because what you're preparing yourself mentally for those things, all right, that the Lord is going to bring upon the earth, man. All right, what stability and knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of thy times. That's profitable, man. All right, if you don't know what's going on around you, man, all right, that you're gonna lose it, man. All right, you're gonna lose it up here, man. All right.
That's right.
So that's what it's profiting us, man. All right, it's profiting us in our mind and in our spirit, and through faith that what we're gonna be able to, go through these things, man. All right.
That's right.
That's right.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 10, verse 1. A wise judge, and the point is in 4. Right? It says a wise judge will instruct his people. And you see, the Most High is restoring those wise judges, man, because a real judge is going to instruct you, and he's always going to be in your corner. That's what a counselor is. Because just speaking on Esau's society, right? These judges, if you're appointed a judge in Esau's society, you're a prerequisite of being a judge. You have to be an attorney, you have to be a lawyer, you have to be a counselor, right? So when these judges get into these positions, they already have that certain skill of being able to counsel, deal with certain situations. But how much more the kingdom of heaven, the men of the Lord, man? Don't let the society which takes us for face value get you down and beat you down, man.
Oh yeah.
All right, we're righteous judges, man. We just look like this in the flesh, man. We're righteous judges. We're kings. We're priests. Sometimes we look at ourselves in the mirror and we say, man, like, what am I? You know what I mean? What am I? What is my worth? All right, but the Most High explains our worth because He calls us wise judges. It says a wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And you see the ultimate judge, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, is righteous, man, merciful, all right? And so are his men. That's why we're displaying characteristics of the Lord here in the flesh, man. This brother is a representation of the Lord. Myself is a representation of the Lord. From the apostles on down to the least of us, we all representations of how the Lord deals, how he moves, all right? And that's not on a wicked sense, that's a righteous sense, man. So we operate in that capacity. So therefore, we can look at Esau and say, okay, well, that's not right. All right. That's not how a judge is supposed to be. That's wicked. All right. But it says an unwise king destroyed his people, but through the prudence, and prudence goes into carefulness, which goes into having that temperance, being well balanced, well ordered. Because if you're well ordered and you're careful, like me and the elder was talking about it, man. You gotta watch your surroundings, man. When you come into this truth, you gotta know that you're somebody, you're important, man, to the Lord, and you gotta move and operate like that. No matter how much you dealing with hell on this side, you gotta always keep up yourself to that high moral standard, man. Like I am somebody. Yeah, I'm going through something right now. I'm catching hell. I'm in the flesh. I look a certain way. All right, these curses are on us, but I'm still gonna hold my integrity to the end in the Lord.
Because that world, going back to that world being polluted, that's what we carry sometime into this truth, man. All right, and that's how them demons, man, from past, all right, get on you and have you thinking a particular certain type of way, man. All right, but this knowledge that we have, man, is so precious, man. All right, this knowledge is so precious, and it puts us in a great position, man. We just gotta acknowledge that, pretty much.
That's right, brother.
Yeah,
that's right. Hey, if I could back you over the precept real quick, because in Genesis, the first chapter, all right, it said we were created in that fifth day, right?
Right.
All right, because it says that, get it real quick. I get Genesis the first chapter. All right, I'm gonna just make a little comparison because ultimately, from the beginning, the Lord knew us. He said, "Okay, I'm wise. You're gonna be this in the latter days. Wa'adia, Yerad, Darasha, Yakina, all right, so on and so forth, Kayash, Samakia, Amawad, and so on and so forth, right? I set you up in this lot from the beginning, so you're just gonna keep coming back and playing out those roles until you get that celestial body. But ultimately, we've been here from the beginning with the Lord, man. That's why we're able to be set up back in due time, basically. In due time. You got it, bro. Maybe see where you started. See. Yeah, you started at 20, right?
All right, this is Genesis 1:20. And it says, and God said, let the waters be.
Right, the Alahim. Go ahead.
All right, it says, and the Alahim,
which goes into many powers, many judges, all right, many rulers, man. So we were there in the beginning setting it up with the Lord, and now we're being restored back into those positions. All right, the Lord is making moves for us. Like we thought, okay, well, hey man, Jake, sometimes we're not people persons. Sometimes we don't like public speaking. Sometimes we don't like to be around people. You know what I mean? The Lord said, hey man, to hell with all of that. All right, I'm gonna bring you around these brothers from different walks of life. Now you got to be the best version of yourself, man. That's what the Lord wants us to be, man. Go ahead, brother.
All right. It says, and the Alahim said, let the waters bring forth abundancy, the moving creature.
The moving what?
The moving creature.
Right. So the moving creature in that fifth day, the moving creature was made. All right. We were made, and in that sixth day, we were likened unto the image of the Lord, man. All right. But the scriptures call us creatures, right?
Right.
And the title of the lesson is that vainglory is going to be an end, and there's going to be a beginning of true leadership, right? So with that true leadership, first it starts with us, man. We have to put off that old way, and put on that new way, man. All right, that old man and renew that inner man.
Right.
2 Corinthians 5:7. That was the point. Huh? It says, therefore, if any man be in Yahweh Shai Mashiach, he is a new creature. A new creature, man.
That's right.
So ultimately, how did the Lord separate us from being like any of these beasts of the field or any of like these heathens, man? Or 2/3, right? We had to be new in this thing, man. We had to come as little children. It says, 2 Corinthians 5:17, therefore, if any man be in Yahweh Shai Mashiach, he is a new creature. Old things are passed away. Behold, all things are become new. You see? Old things, old habits. Like, what's that movie? Don't they got a movie called like Bad Habits Die Hard? Or like Old Habits Die Hard?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
It's like the guy he played on Fifth Element. I forgot his name. But yeah, it's like Old Habits Die Hard, man. So when you come into this truth, you see how the Lord really dealing with brothers, what true brotherhood is, what true loyalty is. Let this pass. You know? What genuine leadership is. And then ultimately, you say, well, either I got to get right with the Lord or fall back. Right, so that's why it says, what? 2 Corinthians 5:17. Therefore, if any man be in Yahweh Shai Mashiach, he is a new creature. Old things are passed away. Behold, all things are become new. Galatians 6:15 is Galatians 6:15. It says, for in Yahweh Shai Mashiach, neither circumcision availeth anything, nor uncircumcision, but a new creature. What? Through faith, man. Through eating that whole roll, through putting off all that old knowledge, man, of this world, that worldly knowledge, man, that worldly, that filthy lucre, man. All right, that worldly apparel. Because when you put off that worldly apparel, all right, now you're starting to learn how to dress. Now you're starting to learn how to put on the image of the Lord, man. Going back to the beginning, when the Lord says, we will let us make man in our image, man. All right, in that image of who? Yahweh Shai, man. Because Yahweh Shai is the ultimate example of who we aspire to be, man. In our words, in our deeds, in our thought process, fighting the flesh and overcoming it, because that's our main goal here, man. Is that not a task, Doc? Overcoming this flesh?
It is, battle every day. Like I said, we are killed all the day long, man.
That's right.
All right, so what? We battling this flesh, man. All right.
You got it.
Khan, this is Psalms 119:9. It says, wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his way? By taking heed thereto according to thy word. So that's how we cleanse our way, man. That's how we put off that world, that world perspective that we had, man. All right, when we were that old man, all right, coming into that new mind frame, man, being washed. That's right. Being washed by that word, man.
Hey, right? That's the topic, bro. Like
forgetting everything.
Yep. That's the real baptism, man. Being washed by this word. Exactly. Let's prove it out. It's Ephesians 5, and I'm gonna start at 26. It says that he might sanctify and cleanse it. I'm gonna start at 25. So like you, husbands, love your wives, even as Yahweh Shai Mashiach also loved the church, and gave himself for it, that he might sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of water by the word.
That's right, man. So when we came into this truth, man, we had that world on us, man. Mm-hmm. All right, but every single time that we came to a camp, all right, every time we came to camp and we heard this word, man, it opened up our mind to of this knowledge, man. We started putting puzzles together, all right, and ultimately it was just washing all those lies away, man. All right, and putting truth in us, man. All right, being those new creatures, those new vessels. All right,
and then we ultimately had examples. You got brothers that went through your situations, brothers that been in financial ruts like you, them been sick like you, done lost their job like you, have testimonies just to exhort you. That's why it said in 2 Timothy, it said what? This doctrine is profitable for reproof, exhortation, all right? So we use this to critique. We use this how to guide us to deal with matters, what to say, how to think, man. That's what Yahweh Shai did. Yahweh Shai is the word, man. All right? The scriptures tell you in John 1:1, in the beginning was the word, man. All right? And the word was with the Allahayim. Who's the top Allahayim? Yahushua, man. Being guided by the Father. And that's simple and plain to understand and accept, man. That's what we're telling the world. That's what the world is ultimately going to come down and try to persecute us for, man. Like the brother said, but just backing up your point about the title of the lesson, when it in order for that true leadership to be brought in, it's gonna take this third woe, man. All right, it's gonna take Jacob's trouble, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to be made perfect in that fire, man. That's what that fire is.
Yeah.
You got it, brother. I got one after you.
You want to get into that, or you just want to continue?
Yeah, we could do.
All right.
Get into that.
All right. This is Mark 8:36. It says, "For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his soul, man?" All right. So what if you have all this money in this land, all right, and you lose the essence of who you are, man? All right. You become evil man, man. You just become so wicked, man. All right. It says, um, verse 8. It says, uh, Shalakia. Bear with me for a second. Yeah. So I'm gonna read that again. It says, "For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world but lose his soul, man?" But yeah, basically, man, what if you have all these riches and everything like that? I remember watching a video where it was Mike Tyson, and pretty much he was going into all, his memorabilia, his titles and his trophies and all the things that he won in the world. But then when he got to a certain age, he was like, "Man, this is nothing, man. All right, this is nothing." Because people get lost in all those materialistic things, man. All right, people forget who they are, man. They start getting into all kind of, perverse doctrines, man, witchcraft and different things like that.
I got one for exactly what you said. And you got it. It's Ecclesiastes 2:11. Right. It says, "Then I looked on all the works that my hands had wrought, and on the labor that I had labored to do, and behold, all was vanity and vexation of spirit, and there was no profit under the sun."
That's right, man. So all these works, all the things that you've gotten in this world, they profit you nothing, man, in the end. Because the scriptures say, "Surely I brought nothing into this world. Surely
that's what I got.
Go ahead, out.
Okay. This 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse, I'm going to start at verse 4. It says, "He is proud, knowing nothing, but dotting about questions and strifes of words, whereof cometh envy, strife, railings, evil summersings, perverse disputings of men of corrupt minds, and destitute of the truth, supposing that gain is godliness. From such withdraw thyself. But godliness with contentment is great gain."
That's right, man. So all of these entertainers that gain all this money now, what you notice in the way that they carry themselves, their persona, man. They have this trophy.
Yeah, they got the same ways about them, man.
Yeah, man. They go into that whole demon, all that type of stuff like that, man. The witchcraft, you know. That's what that all revolves around, man. All right, losing your integrity, man. All right, losing your soul, losing your integrity. All right.
Right, and just to back you up, like look at how they died. Right, they go in the same way, shootouts, getting robbed, getting that chain snatched, coming outside the store and getting shot up, man. Getting shot up outside their homes. It's the same patterns, man, because they live the same lifestyles.
Yeah, and those and those things that you brought that you said, that's the things that they're promoting, man. So what? That energy is being brought back to them, man.
Right.
All right. It's like they can't even be in the public without, without their face towards the door, man, because of the thought that somebody might steal something from them, steal money, different things like that, man. All right.
Got you one. It's Galatians 6:7. Be not deceived, Salakia. Be not deceived. Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap.
That's right, man. So what you sow is what you reap, man. All right. If you sow good things, if you sow good things through the Spirit, you're gonna receive good things through the Spirit, man. But
That's right.
if you into this world, man, it's going, it's gonna be your downfall. And I got one right here. I'm backing that up.
You get in what you put out.
God, exactly. All right. This is All right. Shall I do? All right. This is Yeah, this is Sirach 9 and 11. It says, "Envy not the glory of a sinner, for thou knowest not what his shall be his end."
Mm.
So even though he got all these riches and he got all this wealth, according to society, or what wealth is, all right, and popularity and all this other stuff like that, that's fame. He don't know what his end gonna be, man, because people are envying what he has, man. All right, people are set to have everything that he have, or kill him because he have those things.
Right,
All right,
right.
yeah,
You got some more? I got one for you.
that's it on that. Yeah.
This Proverbs 13 and 22, just backing you up. A good man, a good man leaveth an inheritance to his children's children. And the scriptures tell you that what? He that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy. So teaching the ways of life, how to move, all right, who to fear the Lord, that's a part of grieving the enemy. That's a part of an inheritance. That's where Yahweh left us, man. So essentially, we've gained part of our inheritance here by getting this truth for the Lord, man. Just like you'll have a son, all right, you'll have a father. And that son, he'll be required to do certain restraints or meet certain requirements before he get another part of that inheritance. His dad will be like, all right, well, when you reach the age of 21, after you've passed this and that course, you'll receive this, man. So ultimately, that's how the Lord has us. We got this spiritual word. We got the name of the Lord. All right, that's why the scripture said we prophesy in part. We're going to ultimately get our full inheritance, man, when Yahweh comes back. But it says, a good man leaveth an inheritance to his children's children, and Yahweh Shem Yahushua is that good man. It says, and the wealth of the sinner is laid up for the just. You see?
Damn, the wealth of the sinner is laid up for the just, man. All right, and a good example is for these people that are setting up these bunkers, doomsday bunkers.
Right.
All of that stuff that they think that they're gonna hold them out for years and years and months and whatever the case may be. That's stored up for the righteous, man. Stored up for the elect, man. All right, stored up for the 1/3 for them to continue to sustain and continue on through the spirit, man. All right, when they find those things, what that brings them joy, you know, because that the Lord. Nothing just happens by coincidence, man. All right, because I say that because you know, when you find those particular things, through the spirit, we're gonna be like, we must be getting rewarded. All this bad that's happening, for you to find something good, it's gonna be a miracle from the Lord, man. There's so much turmoil that's gonna be happening around here, man. You know.
Right. Ooh, just to back you up, because like you said, it's not happening by coincidence because there's no free will, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? And you can't just think that, okay, well, I got this plan for my life. We had that perception, didn't we? Yeah. Before we came into the truth, we were like, man, hey, we're gonna do this with our life, we're gonna do that with our life. But look where we are now, man. Yeah, exactly. In the neck of our enemies, man. Prophesying and saying that, okay, a dark-skinned man from the tribe of Judah is gonna come back on so-called UFOs, man. Right. How far out is that, man? How spiritual is that, man? So it's nothing that Esau could have did to have us in this mindset that we're in and having all this faith that we have. It's Proverbs 20 and 24. It says, man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way?
Right. Man's going is of the Lord. How can a man understand his own way? So all of these things were predestined for us to be able to obtain this knowledge, man, and come from that world, man.
Yeah.
All right. The Lord says, I knew you from when you were in the womb. All right. Knew you that you was going to be a prophet. We didn't know that. All right. We didn't say whenever I was at whatever age, I was leaning on the things of the world, man. I didn't think that the Lord was going to, bring me into this glorious light,
Right. And that's why the Lord wants us to think of this world and say, okay, well, godliness with contentment is great gain.
Right.
Being content, having this ministry, having this works, having brothers on the side of you.
Yeah.
That's great game, man. It says back in First Timothy 6:6. But godliness with contentment is great gain, for we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out.
Yeah. So we brought nothing into this world, and it's certain that we cannot take nothing out of here, man.
That's right.
All right. The things that we have here is just temporary, man. As the scriptures say, you know, for we look for the things that are not seen, for the things that are seen are temporal. All right. So everything that we see here is temporal, man. We're not gonna get. We're not gonna let the world try to pull us into these temporary things, man. All right. We focus on the kingdom, man. All right. All eyes on the kingdom, man. Tunnel vision, pretty much. You know.
Yep. You got one?
All right. This is I got one right here.
All right.
All right. This is actually I was gonna bring that one that you
I
brought
got a
up.
quick one.
All right.
It's Yahushua speaking, because we take on the same mindset when it comes to dealing with certain situations in the world, taking things on the chin, all right, turning another cheek on things, and that doesn't mean turning another cheek to some wickedness, man. That means being spiritual at all times, man, and knowing when to hold them, knowing when to spiritually fold them, man. That's a lesson. Spiritually holding them and spiritually folding them, man. You gotta let some things go sometimes, man.
Yeah.
You gotta be the bigger person in certain situations as well, man.
Right.
You gotta be the first to speak up in certain situations. Sometimes you gotta withdraw, all right, and know when to say something and when to hold back on some things. Yep.
Right.
This John 18:36. Yahushua answered, "My kingdom is not of this world. If my kingdom were of this world, then will my servants fight, that I should not be delivered to the Jews. But now is my kingdom not from hence."
That's right, man. So if this kingdom was of Yahweh Shemi Yahushua, man, you would see us fighting for this kingdom, man.
That's right.
But the scriptures say that this current world is enemy with the Most High. Can you get that out, Baba Kushal?
Yep, I got you.
Because man, this world is against the Lord, man. And how is it against the Lord? Because look at the laws and the different things that they allow, man. All right, look at the philosophies, the doctrines that they push out there, man, on our people, man, on the globe, man. The scriptures say that the America has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand and have made what all the nations to drink of it. All right, you have it out.
It's John 15:18. It says, if the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you.
Right.
If ye were of the world would love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hated you.
That's right. So the world hates us, man, because what? We got this. The Lord has given us that special type of aura, that special type of spirit, man. All right.
Yeah. We the men that were there in the beginning with Yahushua. So they persecuted the Lord. They're going to come down on us on the same, because ultimately we're a reflection of the Lord. That's what these people can't get a grasp of, but the Lord sees that. That's why we're facing a certain judgment we're facing, and that's why we're back in our occupations. We're back doing our jobs, man. It's not a coincidence that brothers meeting up on Mondays, Tuesdays, all throughout the week to do the works, man. All right, to go in on the things of old, man, to seek the ancient paths. But it says, if ye were of the world, also like in verse 20, remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If ye have kept my saying, they will keep yours also.
Yeah, man. So pretty much, the Lord went through these different trials and tribulations of the world being against him. All right, we're gonna have to go through those same things, man. All right. Yeah. So it's just a part of the job, man. Because we knew what we were getting into. When we first got it, when we first heard the truth, man. Hearing about the persecutions, hearing about being hated of your family, for the Lord's sake, all of these things like that, man. So hey, let's see our time. This is Proverbs 14:2. It says, he that walketh in unrighteousness fear the Lord, but he that is perverse in his ways despise him, man. All right, so the righteous man, they're gonna fear the Lord, man. They're gonna do what's required of them, man. All right, but the people that of the world, all right, that have have drunken of that wine, all right, what they don't fear the Lord, man. All right, they don't the thought of the Lord is not even in their mind, man. Just like that scripture when it talks about Esau, you know Jacob's taking the mindset of Esau, man. Thinking that no judgment is gonna come to him, man. All right,
Yep, yep.
all right. Let's see.
I got one on.
All right.
All right. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 24. I'm start at verse 1. I'm gonna read down to 2, then I'm gonna jump down, Akim. It says, Wisdom shall praise herself and shall glory in the midst of her people. In the congregation of the Most High shall she open her mouth and triumph before his power. And we see ultimately that wisdom is being restored and poured out on the men of the Lord, man. And we're beginning to triumph. Now you see more men of the Lord waking up. You see brothers waxing stronger. You see brothers growing. You see camps growing. All right. You see that name of the Lord being magnified throughout the earth, man. All right. But I'm gonna jump down, and it says, I'm gonna jump down to verse 5. It says, I alone compassed the circuit of heaven and walked in the bottom of the deep, talking about the Most High, in the ways of the sea and in all the earth and in every people and nation I got a possession. With all these I sought rest, and in whose inheritance shall I abide? So the Lord is about to tell you, the Lord could have ultimately chose any nation on the planet Earth. He chose Israel, man. The Lord has a possession in each nation. All the nations belong to the Lord ultimately. Okay, Moab belongs to the Lord. Ishmael belongs to the Lord. Esau, you for certainly belong to the Lord, man. But the Lord said, okay, I'm going to choose Israel. That's the picture the Lord is trying to paint to us. Look at yourself in the mirror and see yourself as a judge. See yourself as a priest, a king, a ruler, man. All right? Don't defile yourself. Don't defile your temple. Call upon my name, man. Restore your generations. That's what the Lord is making an example out of us in America to realize, man. All right? But it says, with all these things I sought rest, and in whose inheritance shall I abide? So the creator of all things gave me a commandment, and he that made me caused my tabernacle to rest, and said, let thy dwelling be in Jacob, and thine inheritance in Israel. So the Lord ultimately put that inheritance over Israel from the beginning, man. So from the beginning, we've all had our piece in the kingdom, man. Our little plot, man. All right? Our seed in the kingdom, man, of heaven, man. That's what that seed has done from the beginning. It has grown and what? Blossom. And now we're getting ready to do what? Get those incorruptible bodies, man. Celestial bodies. Like it tells you in 1 Corinthians 15, I believe. It tells you that first man, Adam, was earthly. The second man is basically heavenly, man. Celestial. Yeah, but it says, he created me from the beginning before the world, and I shall never fail. The elect, man. Yeah. You got it, brother.
All right, this is Joshua 1 and 8. It says, this book of the law shall not depart from out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, and thou may observe to do according to all that is written therein. It says, then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and when thou shalt have good, then thou shalt have good success. So the Lord is promising you, he's telling you that what? You don't have to go into the world to obtain success, to be successful.
Right.
I'm going to give you the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, man, because with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, all those things follow. All right? So you don't have to, go the wicked route, man. Go the left way, man. All right?
And that's why scriptures tell you what? Give me neither riches nor poverty.
Right.
That's saying right now the mindset we should be in, man. We should be just trying to, maintain and have a balance, man. That's what we should be fighting for, man. And the Lord knows our intention. The Lord knows whether you out here just chasing money, chasing hoes, chasing a lavish lifestyle, and you got the ministry on the back burner, man. And the Lord ultimately knows if you're out here fighting for a balance. Lord, I'm just trying to get my daily bread so that I can do the works. The Lord knows where our minds and our priorities lie, man. If he knows it from the beginning, he knows our thought patterns and our thought process.
Right.
But it says, Sirach 10, back in Sirach 10 and 4, and this is the point. All right, back in Sirach 10, it says, the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable.
That's right, man. So the Lord, can you read it one more time?
Con. It's the book of Sirach, chapter 10, verse 4. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord.
That's right. So the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord. And in the scriptures, it tells you that, you know, the Lord, raises up high, bring it down low. So it's nothing for the Lord to give you riches, man.
Right.
All right. Riches is a very low thing, to be honest. All right. Yeah, man, it says that, you know, riches is nothing for the Lord. Yeah, but you're going to get it out.
Yeah.
All right. I
got
don't want to
some more.
butcher it.
It's Sirach 10 and 4. Again, the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord.
Right.
And in due time,
Yes,
he will set over it one that is profitable.
that's right. In due time, he will set somebody who is profitable, man. So that means that you got to be patient. All right. The things that we go through is pretty much building us up to be that pillar. All right, which is going to be, you know, in the kingdom, man. All right, that righteous judge. All right. God.
Hey, I got one for you, brother.
All right.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 75, verse 7. Oh, Salakia. Verse 6, it says, for promotion, get that word promotion, like Psalm 75 and 6. We go into that. Psalm 75 and 6. For promotion cometh neither from the east, nor the west, nor from the south. But Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai is the judge. He put it down one, and he set it up another.
That's right, man. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so promotion.
Let me get it.
You can get it out.
All right, you got it.
Right. So yeah, promotion cometh not, but from the Lord, man. All right. The Lord put these different mayors and all these people that you see in the industry, in the music industry, in the entertainment industry, all these so-called famous people. All right. The Lord put them in a position of power, man. All right, for their own purpose, ultimately to deceive people, man. All right, and to believe in that's the way that you should be, man. All right, because you got vessels, all right, that are for dishonor and vessels for honor, man. All right, and our people in this world are those vessels that are set for to be destroyed, man. All right.
Right, and then that even applies to these kingdoms, man. All right, Babylon, all right, Medo-Persian kingdom, all right, the Greeks, all right, the Romans, all right, and the so-called beast system, man, the EU and the NATO, man. The Lord put it up one and pull it down another, man. All right, these different wars that happen in between them, man. Even up until now, where you have the Lord about to do that with His own nation of people, all right. Yeah. Being pulled, others are being pulled up, others are being put down. Some are being put down, others are being pulled up, man. Yeah. And vice versa, man. But it's all for the better purpose of order. But it's that word promotion, all right?
Strong's 87311.
Rome, it says to rise up, to be raised, to be uplifted, to be exalted, ooh, to raise children, cause to grow up. Ooh, to lift off in present. You got it,
right? So basically, the Lord, you know, lifts you up in those high positions, man. Lifts you, give you this knowledge and understanding. Because basically, Esau, you didn't obtain this knowledge on your own. The Lord gave you that knowledge. The Lord lifted you up, all right, and put you in that position of power. But you know, you get big headed, all right, and you get big headed and you start to do what wicked things and never get judged for them. But in reality, you just building up that tab. You just building that tab up for destruction. All right.
Ooh. I got you, brother. It says Obadiah 1 and 3. It says, but you was talking about that how the Most High basically he put that pride in Esau. Yeah. Because if the Most High could say, let's think about it. The Most High could say that grain of evil seed was put in Adam from the beginning. Adam is Yahushua. All right. Yeah. Adam is of a righteous lineage. So what would be so hard for the Lord to do the same thing to Esau? Yeah. All right. You know what I mean? Yeah. Right. Obadiah 1 and 3 to put that pride in his mind. Obadiah 1 and 3, the pride of thine heart had deceived thee, thou that dwelleth in the cleft of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
That's right, man. All right. Who shall bring me down to the ground? And that's the same spirit or seed that's in these people, man. All right. That's in these these higher echelon, man. All right. Who shall bring me down, man? I got all these riches, I got all this money. Who can come up against me, man?
Yeah, I
You know
got
what
the
I mean?
fatness of the earth, the
Yeah.
dew of heavens,
Yeah.
right? I got the dominion, possession over these other nations. Just like we read in Sirach, when it said the Lord had possession in each nation, right?
Yeah.
That's how Esau Edom feel. Imagine how Esau feels.
Yeah.
He feels like he's up there with the Most High, man.
Yeah.
That's why you have to be dethroned, Esau.
Yeah.
All right, that's why the brother was going into about the title of the lesson being what? Vainglory is at the end and new leadership, man. It's the
That's
beginning
right.
of new leadership and true leadership, man. But it
Yeah.
says, all right, back in Psalm 75 and 7. But Yahweh Shem Yahushai is the judge. He put it down one and set it up another.
That's right. So it's nothing to be proud for in the first place, man, because the Lord put you in that position. It ain't nothing for him to take you out of that position, man. He can make you lose everything you got, man. I ain't seen athletes, man, that super buff. They got that pride about them because of their physique and things like that.
Right.
And then they get a spinal injury and paralyzed from the waist down, man. All right, he lifted you up, and just brought you back down. The scriptures say pride goes before destruction.
That's right.
All right, so all of these things that the world is pushing on our people, man, is going to lead to their destruction ultimately, man. All right.
Yep. I
Yep.
got you a quick one.
Um,
This is 1 Timothy 4 and 8. For bodily exercise profited little, but godliness is profitable unto all things. Notice that word profitable.
yeah.
It keep coming up because that's what true leadership is. True leadership is profitable. Um, true leadership brings forth more fruit. True leadership is the hand of the Lord, man. That's real righteousness. Because like the elder always going into the elder Kazak, Mississippi, he said somebody has to be the elect, man. So there is true, genuine love out there. There's true loyalty out there. There's true friendship, man. And that's the men of the Lord, man. And they're being brought back and restored up to those righteous positions.
Right.
But it says, 1 Timothy 4 and 8, for bodily exercise profited little, but godliness is profitable unto all things, having promise of the life that now is. And what's that? That's beautiful. It says having promise of the life that now is. So ultimately, when you see the men of the Lord exhibiting these things, that's a promise of the life that now is, because that's a reflection of Yahushua, man.
Yeah.
Right here in America, you see reflections of it with the men of the Lord. In London, the UK, Rome, Italy, Suriname, all right? Wherever brothers are scattered, fulfilling prophecy, like the scriptures tell you in Ezekiel, that little sanctuary, that's where the Lord's house is, man. That's where genuine men are. That's what true love is. It says, 1 Timothy 4 and 9, this is a faithful saying and worthy of all acceptation.
Yeah.
That's right, brother.
Yeah. All right.
You got one?
Yeah, I got one.
Yeah, because it is a faithful saying, man, because ultimately, those faithful sayings, like the scriptures say, here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Those faithful sayings are being brought out across the four corners, man.
Right.
You got it, brother.
All right. This is Proverbs 3 and 13. It says, happy is the man that findeth wisdom and the man that giveth understanding. All right. It says, for the merchants of it is better than merchants of silver, and the grain thereof than fine gold, man. So this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is more, precious, man, than what the change, the gold, the money, the fame, all these different things that's in the world.
That's right.
All right. That's pretty much it on that. Right?
You got something else?
Let me see what that. It says she is more precious than rubies. All right, and all the things cannot be desired are not to be compared unto her. All right, so these things, all the things of this world cannot be compared to this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, man. All right, all right. This is the true treasure, man. This is the true. This is the treasure that's gonna make us be able to, withstand into the end, pretty much.
Right. That's right. What makes, like they say, it's what makes life worth living for.
Yeah. Right.
This brings us joy, man. Genuine joy. That's why the Most High has to supersede us and iron things out there. We can't iron things out, man.
Yeah.
But it's 1 Timothy 4, back to 1 Timothy 4. 1 Timothy 4, chapter verse 12, it says, "Let no man despise thy youth, but be thou an example of the believers in word and conversation, in charity, in spirit, in faith, in purity." So this is an all-around thing we're working on, man. We're working to perfect ourselves in all angles, right? That's our daily task, man. We work to get ourselves spiritually fit for the kingdom, for what is now and for what is to come, man. So we're working now for what's to come, because the job is not over. Like they say, you work this amount of years and then you retire and that's just the end of it, right? You just gotta die in your old age. Nah, man, the kingdom of heaven is forever, man. That's what we're pushing, man. That's the doctrine we're teaching, man. All right. But it says this is the doctrine of life, man. It says 1 Timothy 4:13, "Till I come, give attendance to reading." Okay, here are some commandments that the Lord has given us, because the Lord said, "What? I commanded the porter to watch."
Right.
The Lord Yahushua is likened unto a man on a long journey. When he comes back, he wants to see men diligently seeking him, ready to go, man.
Yeah.
Not just hands behind their head on the couch,
Yeah.
just watching the days go by, man. Looking out the window, seeing the rain. You look out the window, seeing the sun just going back and
Yeah.
settled on your leaves, man.
Letting time go by.
You speak on it.
It says, because the scripture says, "Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, for certainly shall the wrath of the Lord come upon you," man. All right. So we're not to, just like the brother said, man, settle on our leaves, man. All right, because we ain't just gonna walk into the kingdom. The scriptures say, "With much tribulation shall we enter into the kingdom." All right, so that means you gotta go through something, man. All right, you gotta go we gotta go through a purging, of putting off that old man. All right, of that world.
I got you.
All right,
Zephaniah 1:12, "And it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles, and punish the men that are settled on their lees, that say in their heart, the Lord will not do good, neither will he do evil."
right. So basically, that's Israelites that be like, there is no Jacob's trouble, man. All right, just do whatever you want, man. All right, have fun. All right, let's have talent shows, and let's they think that the Passover is a big dinner, a big feast.
Yeah,
Not
man,
taking
one
it
big
into
party, man.
seriousness.
Yeah.
Yeah, not taking it into seriousness.
Like the brother, Yeshua, Yeshua, Shakab, Nasi, and Loya, man. Brothers out there in Lake Charles, man. Brother was telling me about his dream, and basically we were before the Lord, and Jake was still playing. That was the moral of his dream, man.
Right.
And Jake got zapped, man, before the Lord, man. Just playing still. When we're right before the Lord in his presence, Jake still BSing, man. That's why it tells you in Matthew 25th chapter, 5 or wise, 5 or unwise. It's Revelation 3, and I'm gonna start at this is Revelation 3, and I'm gonna start at verse 15. It says, "I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. I would thou wert thou hot or cold." So the Lord wants you to pick a side, man. You either have to dwell in righteousness or go ahead and be in the world, man. This kingdom's not for you. Yahushua said, we read it earlier, if this kingdom was mine, basically if my kingdom was of this world, then my servants would fight, man. So we're fighting for something that's out of this world, man. Like they say, extraterrestrial, right? Celestial, man. This earthly, this fleshly material, man, it's gonna break down and perish, man. But our spirits, this wisdom and knowledge and understanding, we're gonna take that with us, man. But it says, "So then, because thou art lukewarm and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth." You got it, brother.
That's right. So the Lord's gonna spew you out of His mouth, man. Meaning that he gonna turn that key, man. Lock. He gonna either bug you out, or you're just gonna get kicked out of the truth. All right, and that's just gonna be it of it, man. All right, ultimately you're gonna be destroyed. You know, so that's why we gotta just put our best foot forward to this truth, man. All right, because anybody, man, with everything that's going on in the world, anybody can get it, man. You know, You know, so we gotta be you know, we walking on eggshells, man. You know, with the Lord in these days. As the scriptures say, the elect shall scarcely be saved. All right, you got one. You got one.
You got anything?
All right,
All right. I got one. We can take it out.
all right.
All right. This is Isaiah chapter 1, verse 24. It says, and this is just basically summing up the lesson, man. All right. Um, it's going to be an end of vain glory and the beginning of true leadership. It's Isaiah 1 and 24. Therefore said the Lord Yahweh of hosts, the mighty one of Israel. I will ease me of mine adversaries and avenge me of mine enemies. And how is the Lord going to do that? He's going to do that ultimately, all right, when he comes back and cracks those clouds, 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter, and lift up neither sword nor instrument of war. But he's doing it right now through the men of the Lord, man. All right? With this fire of the gospel, man. The good news, the good tidings, man. Good preachings. All right? But it says, and I will turn my hand upon thee and purely purge away thy dross and take away all thy sin. Right? That filthiness, all right? That worldly appearance, that worldly attire. And how is the Lord doing that first and foremost? Through this word right now, man. That's a part of that dross and that tin being taken off us, man. All right? But ultimately, we're going to get those spiritual powers in those celestial bodies, and the law is going to be written in our inward parts, man. But it says, and here's the point, and I will restore thy judges as at the first, and thy counselors as at the beginning. Afterward thou shalt be called the city of righteousness, the faithful city. Right. So that's ultimately what the Lord is doing, man. He's restoring thy judges as at first and thy counselors as at the beginning, man. All right? To turn us, Jerusalem, Israel, all right? We so-called Native Americans, Latinos, into that righteous city. And our name is going to be known throughout the universe as the righteous people, as that righteous city, man, Jerusalem. Rosh Hashanah, you got it, brother.
That's it. You can take it out.
Hey, well, Lord willing, this message has been edifying. We're facing the east. We're going to give infinite honors and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Arakakudash. Double honors to the Apostle Great Millstone, who rule well and teach well, and are worthy of the double honors. Peace and blessing to you, Akim, pushing out this truth across the four corners during these last 6 of time. Kwame Yashala, Abab, Shalom.
Shalom.
Till next time, Akim, Shalom.